औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मैं अपने तमाम मुअज़्ज़िज़ दोस्तों को, भाइयों को अपने YouTube चैनल फॉर्चून एजुकेशन पर खुशामदीद कहता हूँ। आज का जो टॉपिक आपकी खिदमत में लेके आए वो इंग्लिश लिटरेचर के सॉल्व्ड MCQs हैं। सैमुअल बैकेट और सीन ओ केसी से मुतल्लिक इनके ड्रामा से, प्लेस से, जिनमें मोस्ट कॉमनली शामिल हैं वेटिंग फॉर गोडो, जून एंड पेकॉक। ये दो जो प्लेज हैं ये शामिल हैं। इनसे रिलेटेड MCQs हैं। इनके अलावा सैमुअल बैकेट और सीन ओ केसी के पर्सनल रिलेटेड कुछ क्वेश्चंस भी हैं। तो अपने लेक्चर का आगाज़ करते हैं। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। Sino Casey was suffering from a disease of eyes, lungs, liver, headache। तो इसको आंखों की बीमारी थी। In Ireland, ओकेसी का ताल्लुक आयरलैंड से था। तो कल हमने इसकी डेट ऑफ बर्थ भी डिस्कस की। तो सीनो केसी वाज इन फेवर ऑफ नेशनलिज्म, कैपिटलिज्म, सोशलिज्म या फिर ऑल। तो ही वाज इन फेवर ऑफ सोशलिज्म। Juno and Paycock is divided into how many acts? 1 act, 2 acts, 3 acts or 4 acts। तो ये जो है आपके पास 3 acts में divided है। In tragic comedy, the comic and tragic are integrated so that each affects the other, the comedy throwing the tragedy into ironic depth, tragic effect या फिर relief या फिर तमाम। relief सही जवाब है। What is the theme of the play Juno and Peacock by O. Casey? Jingoism, labor movement, poverty या all of these। ये तमाम ही जो है इसके थीम हैं। Juno and Peacock was staged at Dash Theatre, London Theatre, Abbey Theatre in USA और Abbey Theatre in Ireland। तो सही जवाब है आयरलैंड, Abbey Theatre in Ireland। Juno and Peacock was staged in 1920, 1924, 1928, 1932। 1924 में जी इसको परफॉर्म किया था, स्टेज किया था अबे थिएटर में। Main plot of Juno and Peacock comprises dash plots, 2 linked plots, 3 linked, 4 linked या 5 linked, 4 linked plots। Which conflicts are dealt in O. Cassie, Juno and Peacock? Education and versus movement, environment, labor principle versus practice, nationalism versus humanitarianism और romanticism versus variety। ये तमाम ही थीम डिस्कस किए गए हैं, तमाम कन्फ्लिक्ट डिस्कस किए गए हैं। Captain Boyle, Johnner and Johnny are characters from O. Cassie, Juno and Peacock। What type of characters they were? Flatter, static or developing around both of these। तो ये सही जवाब है इसका, flatter, static। Mary, Jerry and Juno are also the characters from Juno and Paycock। What type of characters are they? Flat, round, both of these या none। तो ये जो है इनमें से कोई जवाब ठीक नहीं है। What are the functions of iris context in Juno and Paycock? To give reality of setting, to give authenticity of the speech or to reinforce the characterization। तो सही जवाब है ये सब तमाम ही जो है ना contextual functions हैं उनके। Write some technical devices which are the most frequently used in Juno and Paycock: irony and contrast, realism and symbolism, references and stage direction। ये तमाम चीज़ें इस्तेमाल हुई हैं, ये इनमें से कोई एक। तो ये तमाम ही literary devices या technical devices इस्तेमाल हुई हैं। In Juno and Paycock, Mary's baby represent future generation, young generation, ray of hope or human beings। ये future generation को represent करती है जनाब। In Juno and Paycock, the gramophone represents entertainment, pleasure, cheap luxury। तो सही जवाब आपका है जी cheap luxury। Cheap luxury means short luxury। Who wrote The Shadow of Gunman, The Plow and the Stars, The Silver Tassock and Purple Dust, Red Rose from Me? O. Cassie, Ibsen, Shaw और none। सही जवाब है आपके पास O. Cassie। Many plays of O. Cassie were produced at the Bay Theatre। Who were founders of the theatre? Who were founders of the W.B. Yeats, Edward Martin or Lady Gregory? All these three were the founders of a Bay Theatre। Next question we do have is who used the term the theater of the absurd first of all? T.S. Eliot, G.B. Shaw, Martin Aslin, Henry Gibson. So right answer we got here is Martin Aslin. These plays violate every canon of successful drama and still achieve phenomenal success. About what type of plays does Aslin points out in these lines? Absurd plays, Irish plays, or romantic plays, or Victorian plays? Absurd plays he talks about. Who is generally regarded as the spokesman of the absurdist movement? Samuel Beckett, Harold Pender, Ionesco, and Simpson. So right answer we got here is Ionesco. Ionesco, the right name is Eugene Ionesco. He was a Romanian French playwright who wrote mostly in French and was one of the more foremost figures of the French avant-garde theatre in the 20th century. Samuel Beckett was born at Foxrock in 1906. Who is the writer of these plays? Waiting for Godot, Crab's Last Tape, Happy Days, and Play. Who wrote these? It was written by. These were written by Samuel Beckett. Triviality and boredom of human being, prevalence of suffering, ignorance, economic and intellectual exploitation are the major themes of Endgame, Waiting for Godot, Crab's Last Tape, or none. The right answer we got here is Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot by Beckett is divided into dash acts 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is divided into 2 acts. The major structural devices used in Waiting for Godot by Beckett are parallelism and contrast. Estragon and Vladimir are the protagonists of Beckett's play Waiting for Godot. Who is of a weak will and is also timid and fearful by nature and Waiting for Godot, Vladimir Estragon, both of these or none of these, and Estragon is the weak and timid character. Who seems to be suffering from serious disorder of the kidney which makes it necessary for him to get up several times at night? Estragon, Vladimir, Pozo, or Lucky? Vladimir is suffering from serious disorder of kidney. If Godot has some symbolic significance in Waiting for Godot, then he symbolized Godot, God, human exploitation, labor, capital. He indeed symbolized for God. The two tramps may be the representative of human beings, God and Christ, employer and employee, or all of these, indeed or in fact human beings. Thanks for listening and watching attentively. Subscribe and like if you have liked the content. Hope to see you all again in next video. Thank you very much. God bless everyone.